All right. April don't know what we're about to talk about.
No.
What we're about to talk about. Everybody likes to share all the good stuff.
I have an idea.
Get back in here. So, what happened today?
April wouldn't.
No, not April. Come on.
We were trying to figure out the stove vent hood.
It's going to go right there.
It's going to go behind us. Originally, we had put down in a floor plan that is supposed to be tentative, and April doesn't work that
No,
way.
once April sees something, it's stone.
Once I've grown to love
it's
it.
stone.
So originally we had put the stove with a decorative, pretty vent hood. You know, like the
Don't describe it. Just
anyway,
vent
pretty vent
Pretty
hood, and no cabinets over top. It sits right smack dab between two windows, and you walk into the kitchen, and in the floor plan, it was perfect. And
Except we're at Lowe's the other night,
and we see a microwave.
no. First, we look at the vent hoods, and they're wanting $700 for them, $500, $600 for a vent. So April goes, well, my compromise will be let's put a microwave above it. Okay, sounds great to me because I'm like, microwave's off the countertop. I get a vent above the stove. We're all good. Awesome. Except that wasn't the compromise.
April failed to mention.
Yeah, she was like, well, I want a microwave, but nothing on top of it. Well, that's difficult because if you're going to have it vented,
Floating microwave.
she wanted a floating microwave. Anyway, long story short, but that's not the thing. That's not the thing. The thing is, everything's not always perfect, especially when you're on these YouTube channels and they're like, oh, everything's wonderful. Look at all the
my
green
Pinterest.
grass and let's see my mountain tops. And now
All
look,
the
it's all
Pinterest
great.
items,
That's
and
all
there's
awesome.
no dust on the floor. And
Yeah.
there's
Look at this.
does not
It's a
happen
wreck.
that way.
That's life.
Yes.
That's real life. And real life is, it took a lot to ensure that she's getting what she wants instead of me having such a strong personality of overriding that.
Right.
And it's not fair.
There were tears because he's trying to tell me to say what I want. I feel guilty for saying what I want, but
So I had to put it in these terms. I want a safe. There's a safe that I saw over at
Lowe's?
Tractor Supply.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
it's Canon. No, might have been Lowe's. Might be
One
Lowe's.
of them. I think it's Tractor Supply.
It
No, I
says
think it is.
it says Canon Armory. Come on, how can you not buy that
And
for the
it's spelled the
Cannons?
right way.
Cannon Armory. How can you not get a Canon Armory?
For
Good
the
save.
cannons.
Come on. So anyway, this thing's gonna be like
It's for these guns, by the way. Yeah.
it's like for $8.99, $9.99 or something. It's gonna be $1,000. We were gonna. I want that. Do we
Right.
need it? No. We're gonna buy it. Yes. And now I want a pellet grill. I want something out there that can hook up the Wi-Fi. I can like turn it on and prep it and go out there and put the wings on it and not have to worry about it and not have to fix it every season and all this kind of stuff. That's gonna be another $449. She's over here. She's like, should we put that up? Of course we shouldn't. I wouldn't do it. $300 for that thing? Nah. $400 for it? $799? Definitely not. Okay. But
So in all honesty, my compromise is I'll not get a $7.99. I'll go to $300 or $400.
right. But the thing is, this is going to be the last kitchen we have. Hopefully, nobody knows what the future calls for.
Please.
But the Lord bless us, we will stay here forever.
Right.
But the thing about it is she needs to say what she wants. But I can be like, I don't like it, and that's dumb. Oh, well, I'll like it. I will like it because it'll be beautiful. I like that light. I like how the kitchen's going to look. I think that'll look great. Is it functional? No. Is it aesthetically? Yeah, it's going to be great. It's going to be beautiful. And my important piece is getting all that grease and all that sucked out. But anyway,
His important part is the venting.
the functionality. My arm's about to fall off. The functionality. But here's the thing. It is okay for you to have hard times. Quit. You're too short. The problem is it's okay to have problems. And it's okay to disagree. And it's okay to emotionally pull out of her because I asked her about a dozen times, tell me what you want. What do you want? And she go, tell me what you want. She's crying. But I'm like, tell me what you want. And it would be like, A or B. A, but B's, but... Okay, no, stop. Just say it. Say, I like A. I want A. Say it. Yeah, but... Anyway, eventually, it was like, yes, I want A. That's what you want. Yes, okay. And if we put it in and we rip it out in 6 months and we put a microwave over it, fine. But it's all
But
good.
I'm getting a pretty bad.
Yes. And we'll get what we want, and she'll get what she wants.
Not
and
only
it'll be
because I
fine.
cried either. It
No.
was not because of the tears.
I had to make her get what she wanted. Oh, Lord, fun. But the thing about it is, a lot of these.
Switch hands.
Yeah, let's do that. I stepped on her toe. Life's not perfect.
People
And-
get your toes stepped up.
I think it's good to pay attention to your strengths and your weaknesses. And one of my strengths is I'm a very strong-willed person, but one of my weaknesses is I'm a very strong-willed person. So when I make statements, I will shut down rooms of people. I can walk in and say, this is how it should be. And then I'm like, okay, what do you guys think? Nothing. Same thing with April. I really want to make sure her voice is just as important as mine. So sometimes it takes a lot to pull out that and make sure that it's clear because she's great. So if I say, well, I think we should do this, she's like, okay. And I'm like, but what do you want?
Usually, I'm just okay.
Not a follower or anything, just really supportive. So if I'm like, here's A and blah, blah, pros and
Like in
cons.
this
here's B's,
situation,
pros and
he
cons.
said, when I said originally I wanted the vent hood, he said, okay, but it's not functional. Like he made that statement matter of factly. So for me, I was trying to come up with alternates of, okay, we can put the microwave, but a floating microwave with cookie sheet. Anyway, I was going into all these alternate options when I could have just said, I really want the vent hood though.
Right.
And it would
And I would have been like, cool.
it would have solved some tears from me and a few frustrations from him.
Because I'm
But-
okay with that. I'm okay with not, like, and when I say functional, what I mean is we're going to have a limited countertop right here.
Right.
We're going to have a limited countertop right there. Then we're going to have this, stove and a vent. My thought is, as soon as she said, my compromise is microwave over the stove. Done. Sold. Perfect. We get the countertop back. We get the vent. We get something covered. Done. This is
But
great.
we might figure out how to put the countertop either under a cabinet or in a
The
cabinet.
countertop under the countertop?
I mean, this microwave.
The
in a-
microwave.
under the cabinet or in a cabinet somehow to get
Yeah.
it off the countertop.
Well,
Coming soon.
yeah, we'll see.
We'll post that drama in the next video.
But the important part is taking the time to hash it out because we lost several hours today to it.
Well, about not several.
Several. So
Like 2.
I went down and washed the air conditioner, but I need to do that anyway. But the point is sometimes, well, not
It's not
sometimes,
perfect.
all the time you should always be in step. And April and I, we call it being
In sync.
in sync. So if we're not in sync, I can't do anything. I can't program. I can't play video games. I can't go out and dig a hole. I can't
Get
sleep.
gas.
I literally can't do anything if we're not in sync. And we just need to, whenever that happens, we stop and we hash it out until we're in sync. And I don't mean agreement. I mean in sync. We just need to agree that we're going to disagree. We need to,
You know, most of the times we get out of sync because of miscommunication.
no, every time.
Well, okay. But I'm just saying, like,
Not
it's either I
communicating,
don't clearly state, or you don't clearly state, or I misunderstand what you do clearly state. And it all comes down to we need to talk better.
And once we get in sync, man, it's so much better. It's perfect, but it's really
like for us,
frustrating.
we've been together almost 24 years, and we've been together over 24 years, and it's just
We
a
were married
it's a
almost
smoothness between our relationship, and we can tell that one's not right or the other one's not right, and we
Sometimes we
correct
go,
it.
Are we in sync?
good?
Are we good?
We're good,
'Cause
right?
It don't feel like we're good.
I don't think we're good.
Yeah.
And it
And then we get
comes
good.
to light.
And sometimes it is just one of us.
Yeah.
Like one of us isn't good, and we're like, "Well, I think I need to say something," so we say it,
and it's usually done.
and then we're good.
We're good to go.
Look at this lighting. This is gonna be great.
And now we're good to go.
Now we're good to go. But life isn't always perfect, and sometimes you gotta hash it out. Hash it out.
Even if it's over a vent hood.
Even if it's over a vent. Sometimes you gotta make someone get what they want.
But I'm getting
Finally. Bye. Stay in sync.